Warning, this video is for comedy purposes only, and as such, should not be taken too seriously. Well, she hasn't thrown any punches. Right now it's a test of endurance, not strength. Season 1 we get random full frontal nudity, and in Season 2 they PG-13 the shit out of it. I mean, where's my upskirt shot? This doesn't break his spine. Tells his brother off because he was stupid, and instead of taking it with his hand, he had to lean over and weirdly take it with his mouth. That's what he said. Ding. Narration. That's genuinely racist. Not finishing a sentence. That's racist. Well, unless it's actually his name. Yeah, then it's not racist. I guess? And I'm going to do this in a room full of people, many of which likely have cell phones, and thus this incident will never get out. Pulling off a backflip face-kicking move and landing exactly where she started. Lelouch, still a child at heart, waits for his imaginary friend Bob to catch up and run through the door before closing it. Instead of diving out of the way with his brother, Lelouch stands in the way, presumably blocking the bullets from hitting Bob? This thin-looking building plastic stops him from falling through it, despite him dropping from several stories above. Despite no longer being manned, this nightmare frame turns around on its own. It's probably Bob, though. Dramatic lighting appears on cue to make things dramatic.
私たちはずっと観察していた。6時59分起床、7時12分より弟とニュースを見ながら朝食。視聴内容に思想的偏りはなし。8時45分登校、ホームルームと1時間目の授業は出席せず、屋上で読書。
Instead of just killing him, bad guy does bad guy stuff and takes the time to pointlessly explain their plan to someone they're expecting to kill.
さあ、処分の時間だ。これで目撃者はいなくなる。
処分？俺が終わる？何も分からずに。こんな簡単に。
This is the end for you, and once we're done getting a really good look at you, you're dead meat and nothing can stop us. Longest amount of time for soldiers to actually shoot someone they're fully intended on killing in the history of everything everywhere.
こいつはルルーシュだ。日本人を君を利用した男だ。そんな男を守りたいのか君は。ゼロ。
Despite only just having shouted at Colin for calling him Zero, Suzaku then does the exact same thing.
やめろ！また俺から奪うつもりか！母さんを7人まで！シャルロジ・ブリタニアが刻む。やめろ！
could have just looked away, dude, or really tried to close your eye. But I guess the scene wouldn't be half as dramatic if it was his father just trying over and over to get him to look directly into his eyes.
また瞬間移動か。待て。
私も決めなきゃ。ゼロのためにね。残念なお知らせだ。準備が整った。
How is that unfortunate?
はい、わかりました。
電話は終わりか、少年。
No, it's just an OCD tick where during the call he has to take it away from his ear, hang up on the caller and then put his phone away.
そうだ。そのロケットは誕生日プレゼントに俺が渡したんだ。
Yep, very manly gift to give a little brother.
ギアスの詳細は私には分からん。教団の。
あ、お話し中のようでしたら後で。
よせロロ、同じミッションの仲間なんだから。
How can you expect to walk halfway into a giant room where two people are clearly talking and then pull that shit?
上の指示を。
聞かれた可能性があります。
Really, it's her fault for continuing to speak despite seeing the dude was walking in.
子供
？Bodyguards were about to draw guns on a child.
ゼロです。ゼロが現れました。なんていう愚かな行為でしょう。
ゼロが
どうして？
Jesus, you'd think prison would have slimmed down dickhead, wouldn't you?
ここはね、もう日本の領土なんだよ。
日本など存在しない。
あっそう。これだからブリタニアは。
Oh really? I thought it was because they kept pouring champagne on you by accident.
今までのことが嘘じゃなかったって。
I'm sorry to do it, but I'm afraid I'll have to sin the playing with a big pink sheet memory, as it's just kind of weird. It also looks more like fan art created by someone with a specific fetish in mind.
ゼロ、ここで因縁を断とう。私の一撃で、この鉄槌で。
Announcing your attack before you do it, cliché.
ありがとう、カレン。
東堂さんたちもよかった。
すまない、迷惑をかけた。苦労したんでしょ。
そっちだって。
I'm actually going to remove a sin here because I'm actually a big fan of Todo's character in this anime, and I was really happy when he was rescued a second time, and I just love this episode in general with its brilliant storyline and amazing action scenes.
ナナリーがいるべきところを奪い取った偽物め、散々使い倒してボロ雑巾のように捨ててやる。
Don't tell me you've been throwing away dust cloths your entire life? You just open a window and bang it against the house and then reuse it, you numpty.
ゼロを助けたナイトメアは真空のルートで外に出した。
真空
Nearby window shows just how massive the Black Knights really are.
なんだこのあっけなさは。ゆるゆるだな、呆れるほどに。エリア11の防衛戦とはこの程度か。へえ、その判断はまあまあだ。
All of these rockets and gunfire that entirely missed don't explode or hit the roof of this building.
何？まさかこの機体は。
No one attacks whilst he's going into Transformers mode.
可変ナイトメアフレームトリスタンということは
Discount Optimus Prime.
やめろ！
They all hear Suzaku from inside their nightmares whilst also fighting and at some distance away.
そこまでだ。決着はついた。
それはナイト・オブ・セブンとしての判断ですか？
そうだ。
There's definitely no conflict of interest here with him declaring the winner after 10 seconds. I mean, I'm sure the Knight of Three would have won anyway, but still, it only just began.
へえ、これが。ジーノ、いくら名門貴族とはいえ、少しは普通の。
Oh, I never knew Suzaku was like that. Not that there's anything wrong with it.
ジーノ、いくら名門貴族とはいえ、少しは普通の。
That great noble familyist.
重いんだけど。
おしまい。
No, we're still inside of our nightmare frames having a fierce battle.
ギアスの効かない女が。
美少女からアダルティーなお姉様まで、よりどりみどりの水泳のためにようこそ。
Speaking purely in a philosophical sense, I feel that this scene truly portrays the human spirit and its ability to adapt to nature in a vivid yet gentle fashion. If only we can grab a hold of our inner principles, this would guide us to a more consequential end. And... bibs.
なんだいこれ。ナイトメアで巨大ピザ？
This guy asks a question and then immediately knows the answer less than a second later.
スザク、やってくれたな。
お兄様ではないのですか？
ダメだ。ナナリに嘘をつけない。俺は。
Yeah, none of this is looking suspicious to Suzaku, who's just spent the last 20 seconds watching you stand with the phone to your ear and now peer over your shoulder at him in complete silence.
エリア11の情勢は？
そう、詳しいことは私も。
Wow, certainly not the biggest of capital cities now, is it? Especially for a country with over 1.4 billion people. On top of that, they've only got one bloody road into the capital. I think we all know how congested even the smallest of cities can get.
ハーケンを今だ光月くん。
As skilled and awesome as she is, I don't think sliding up the Harken's rope would be possible for a machine as large as hers. In most cases we've seen, it takes her a good few seconds to use her weapon that blows up other nightmare frames with a single grab, but here it's done in half a second flat.
今、私の前にゼロがいる。お兄様、私に勇気をください。
And he's annoyingly waited like 2 minutes to just talk to you.
光月くん、ゼロ。
助けてみせます。
Having a video feed inside your nightmare which would only serve to distract you rather than just having audio only.
しかし機体ダメージからしばらくは動けないかと。
何？あのナイトメア。
いや、パイロットでしょ。本気出しときゃよかった。
Either this is just a lame excuse or he's really a moron for holding back during a life and death situation.
それは対策済みさ。
でも足は止まったね。
So are they actually talking to each other right now? Or are they just coincidentally having a very similar conversation?
スザック、総督の現在位置が分かったわ。メインブリッジ後方のガーデンスペース。でも墜落まであと47秒。
必ず助けます。しまった。
What was that? The voodoo nightmare doll effect?
皆さん、はじめまして。私はブリタニア皇位継承第87位ナナリービ・ブリタニアです。
87th in line? Jesus, that's nothing to brag about. Even I'm like in the top 100.
かつて特区日本では不幸な行き違いがありましたが、目指すところは間違っていないと思います。
Oh yeah, that little misunderstanding where thousands of Japanese people were shot and killed in cold blood? That little thing? Now who could hold a grudge over something like that?
皆さん、はじめまして。私は
With the press of 3 random keys, Rolo is able to play the recent broadcast to the entire train's TV system.
ブリタニア皇位継承第87位。
This guy failed to realise that a fanny pack is supposed to be worn on the front. As it is now, just about any even thief would be able to steal from it.
11の皇族に認められました。
気をつけろ。
私は
俺はもう。
Once again, someone thought putting the exact same poster up on the same wall is effective.
野人の同情はいらねえんだよ。俺たちは11だ。
学生が人の仕事に文句つけんじゃねえ。
私に使われること、彼らは納得してるんだよ。学生
触るな。ゲスが。何？腕立て伏せでもしていろ。
Despite not taking out his contact lens, Lelouch still manages to use his Geass.
誰も傷つけない。今なら全てをなかったことにできる。大丈夫。
僕だけはどこにも行かない。ずっと兄さんと一緒だから。
This is too close.
ああ、これ願い事が叶うって言うから作ってみたの。
Yeah, when you fold 1,000 of them. Don't be lazy.
監督クルルギスザク覚悟生きろ
Announcing your attack 10 seconds before you expect to make it to your target.
どうして？
I hate her so much that it physically pains me. Alright, it doesn't pain me, but she's annoying as hell.
どこであろうと心さえあれば我らは日本人だ。さあ新天地を目指せ。
ゼロの皆さん、新天地に行きましょう。
みんなで国会追放されようぜ。俺たちはゼロなんだからよ。
そうだ、俺たちはゼロだ。国外追放だ。行こう、ゼロ。
I'm guessing most of these people were 11s with no homes or valuable property. To hell with that, I'd have taken my bag with me. I mean, you're going to have a change of clothes once you reach China, so why not?
誰あの子？陰謀部のチーフじゃない？ああ、殿下の研究チーム。ずいぶんとお若いこと。身の程も知らず。
Saying she should know her place when she's walking in the room. As annoying as she is, someone's place can only be decided in this case by the company she's with, and in light of that, her place is sadly high above anyone else in that room, aside from the royal family, of course.
口だけの同情ならやめて。ミレイちゃんはいつも遊び気分で困ったらアッシュフォードという盾を使うのよ。ロイド先生との婚約だってそういうことでしょ。私をいつも下に見て保護者の顔をして偽善にしたって。もう違うの。私を認めなさいよ。
See? She's annoying as fuck.
ゼロ、ユーフェミア様の敵。
やめるんだ、ニーナ。
どうして邪魔するのよ。スザクはユーフェミア様の騎士だったんでしょ。
そうだ、僕はなぜ。
あなたはやっぱりイレブンなのよ。ニーナ。あなただって半分ブリタニアの血を引いてるくせに。
Once again she dared toy with us viewers and say that she isn't pretty. Oh my goodness.
日本人？イレブンでしょ。イレブンのくせに友達の顔をして返してよ。ユーフェミア様を必要だったのに。私の女神様。
Jesus, all this time after her death and she still hasn't found any new strumming material?
我は問う。天の声、地の叫び、人の心。何をもってこのコインを中華連邦の意志とするか。
During this little speech, no guards have come forward yet.
そうかい。
It's not funny.
ナイトメアフレームシェンフ。これでまだ出力 40%。大観覧目なんてもの。
過小型とはいえ敵は一気囲んで叩きます。
待て。
These soldiers can't even follow simple instructions and decide to take on the new nightmare frame. Have they not seen Code Geass before? Every single time a new frame shows up and it looks different, it's got like 10 new weapons, and you're best off just straight up ejecting.
この戦風を甘く見たら。
Despite having 5 minutes with this brand new untested unit, he's able to expertly pilot it and use its new features.
さあ、天使様を返してもらおう。今ならば命までは。
神経。
くれ、仮想式。
Bloody hell, guys, stop announcing your attacks before you do them!
あ、ルルーシュ。
ルルッシュ。
何やってるんだ、シャーリーがいるの。
Shirley was not right there with him.
集体だ。ゼロ。私は進言しました。撤退だ。
Basically a nice and fancy way of saying the irritating phrase of I told you so.
私とこする知略と朱雀クラスの武勇。天を二物を与えたというのか。
でも時間だけは与えてくださらなかった。
These people keep managing to finish off each other's sentences.
中華連邦のニュースどこも流してないみたい。
This cat has mastered the art of licking its paw pad, which is something a cat cannot do while sitting.
続報が入りました。中華連邦の情勢です。クーデターの流れに乗じ、ゼロが現れ、天使を略奪したようです。
Judging from these shots, the wedding cameraman was just about in everyone's way during the coup.
なんだあのナイトメアを天使だけではなくシン君も守ったと。
One would have thought they'd have used this at the start. But suspense and all, I guess.
通信？やっぱり私たちに黙って勝手に出せるかい？
はい。
天使などただのシステム。代わりなどいくらでもいる。残された人民はどうなる？ゼロ。君は道を歩くときアリを踏まないように気をつけて歩くのかい？
Who took that video footage?
歩くのかい？主や民などいくらでも湧いてくる虫のように。
Zero released footage of China's military firing that was taken right in front of their military? Perhaps Bob snuck in and took the video.
援軍は存在する。この大地の上たち民、すべてが援軍。
ここから先はこちらの。
Finishing each other's sentences cliché.
必ずカレンをこの手に取り戻す。
Placing your prisoner gagged and tied up on the floor and then giving them their dinner.
成長したな、坊や。
黙れ魔女。ともかく、これでやっと本来の目的に迎えるというわけだ。
Did he literally have a special coat hanger made just for his Zero suit?
ナイト・オブ・ラウンズが生徒会メンバーになった。
Jesus, does everyone just automatically become student council members upon joining the school?
さよか！このスケジュールは
睡眠を3時間として108名の女性と約束をさせていただきました。
She made this list allowing for just 3 hours of sleep when the average person needs a minimum of 7 hours.
ヒバル、お前な。もう。
The idea that this could possibly happen.
誰だ？突き飛ばさなくったって。シャーリー。
今度はどなたとお約束かしら？
いや、それは。
Gets hit by Shirley but is confused as to who hit him when he's in a wide open space like this.
誤解だ！俺はただ謝りたくて。
謝る？謝る？
いけない。何か間違えたらしいが、どうすれば。こんな時 C2 がいてくれれば。
Originally, the Knight of Three was holding Arthur, and in front of him were several other students, but in the next shot, he's no longer holding him, and the students have disappeared.
卒業ってこんな時期に？
ほら、私って留年してるからさ、足りない単位が取れちゃえば卒業なの。
ここってそういうシステムなんだ。
Wouldn't the Britannians all be using the same system wherever they are in their conquered lands?
オデュッセウス兄様を恥ずかしめたのは許せませんわね。
Titty tattoo.
もうナナリーなんかどうでもいいじゃない。
カリーヌ、ナナリーとは年も近いんだし、仲良くしてくれよ。
It's difficult to become friends with someone who is busy and lives thousands of miles away.
わかってるって。大事な仕事があるんでしょ。
はい。
Animal abuse. Also, Arthur's tail has grown.
男子寮と中庭を中心に包囲網を敷きなさい。
さあ、やるぞ。
Aww, Arthur lost his tail again.
申し訳ありません。思わず。
それと、裏門には行くなよ。ビレッタが待機しているからな。
Who's taking this camera footage?
正面には敵軍科学部がいるはずだ。
Firing fireworks at Lelouch for some reason. Do they think he's a horse they can startle?
どっちかがルルーシュ。
危ない！
ルルーシュが2人。
this 15-year-old, who one would assume being the 6th greatest knight in the Empire would have a few brain cells knocking about, thinks it's a good idea to smash through a building and grab a student. Exposing your plan to the enemy cliché. And the stupid award goes to...
なるほど。ルルーシュのギアスにかかっているのか。あれ
attacking the cops after already removing the Geass off them. Removing a sin for how well crafted this death scene is. It was a true shock for me when I first saw it, and it's still moving for me today with the excellent mix of talented voice actors, brilliant animation and attention to detail, and the sorrow-filled music in the background.